Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Today is a beautiful feast day of St. Catherine of Siena, and thank you all for coming. And we're going to have like a little reception right after. This is the feast day of this beautiful parish, and yesterday in the new calendar and today in the Latin Mass calendar. And so thank you for taking the time, and it will be well worth you being here tonight, and I'll explain why. Gracias por asistiendo a esta Santa Misa en honor de la Virgen Santa Catalina, la patrona de esta parroquia, y que ayer era en el Novo Sordo calendario y hoy en la misa en el calendario tradicional. Y ustedes han llegado y Dios va a dar un premio por llegando para esta Santa Misa. The reason there's so much to know about St. Catherine of Siena, and yesterday and today I've been reading a lot about her. I also was reading it last Saturday so I could know something to talk about, but it would take a long time, and maybe in the future you can have some classes just on St. Catherine of Siena. What a wonderful, great woman. But I just tonight want to talk a little bit about her miracles, or her sayings. First, her sayings, a couple sayings that cover. She said, "Be who you are, and you will set the world on fire." She also said, "Speak the truth, and never be quiet because you're afraid." Another thing she said is, all the way to heaven is heaven, because Jesus is the way. The miracles that she did after she died were just tremendous. So I want to really tell all of you to really beg today from St. Catherine some miracles. And ask big miracles. But the first huge miracle, as soon as she died, all over Rome, she died in Rome, all the people came to her body. No one, they all knew that she had died, and they all came to her, see her body and pray and ask for miracles. Right off, there were very sick people. One lady had leprosy, and her face stunk, and it was a girl all deformed and ugly, and what a horrible thing. And she went and she touched her face to St. Catherine's hands, to her feet, and even to her face, and she healed up completely. There was a little boy who had his neck was grown so that it couldn't straighten out. They took him, he touched St. Catherine, and his neck straightened out. Another boy that his legs were totally deformed. They took him and touched St. Catherine or something, one of her garments, and his legs got strong and he could walk. There was a woman who had helped out St. Catherine of Siena, and she was very sick and had been sick for a long time and in bed. And she said, "Just bring something from her and I will get well." And sure enough, they brought it right away. The next morning, she woke up perfectly well. Over and over, there were so many great miracles that St. Catherine of Siena did. I cannot go on with them all, but just so you know, and ask her for help. That's why I say it's worthwhile you came tonight to really ask St. Catherine for a lot of miracles. Sometimes we go, "Oh, I don't want to be greedy. I'll just give me just one little thing." No, God likes asking for tons of miracles. But the greatest miracle is the conversion of our souls. So when we see these miracles, then we know God exists. And when we know God exists, then we take it serious. And it helps our souls to change. Los dichos que Santa Catarina dijo, uno era que si tú eres quien es, tú así puedes poner fuego en todo el mundo. En el sentido que sea como eres católico, donde está, como papá, mamá, hijo, que sea sacerdote, y vas a encender el mundo con el fuego de Dios. También dijo que es tan importante decir la verdad y no cállate por miedo. Tercero era, todo el camino al cielo es el cielo, porque Jesús dijo, yo soy el camino, Jesús es el cielo. Ella hizo muchos milagros cuando ella murió. Y interesante, no sé muchos milagros antes, pero lo más era cuando ella murió. El primer milagro que en Roma, es una ciudad grandísima, vino todos, el instante que ella murió, todos supieron y vinieron a donde estaba su cuerpo. Y tantas personas llegaron para ver ella que tuvieron que tardar 3 días para enterrar su cuerpo. Y empezó muchos milagros. Uno de entre ellos era que una niña tuvo leprosa y estaba peste, todo deformada su cara, y ella tocó las manos, los pies y la cara de Santa Catalina y quedó totalmente normal. Un niño que estaba torcido así, tuve que caminar así, pusieron la mano y ya enderezó su cuello. También otro niño que no tuvo fuerzas en sus pies, tocaron él y ya regresaron fuerzas y todo. Otro hombre también. Y muchos empezaron a gritar, mira qué pasó que la Virgen hizo, la Virgen Santa Catalina. Y una señora quien ayudó a ella estaba muy mala, muy enferma por muchos meses o años, yo creo años, como 3 años, y dijo, oh, tráigame algo y tócame, y ya trajeron algo de ella y en la mañana despertó normal, totalmente sanado. Y una cosa que yo creo que nadie va a olvidar, que hubo un joven y el médico estaba muriendo porque hubo cerrando su garganta y estaba a punto de morir, y una persona llevó un dente de Santa Catalina y tocó la garganta con el dedo, con el diente, y inmediatamente mucha pus y malas cosas salieron y él sanó así. One miracle I don't think you will forget, it's sort of gross, but it's interesting, that someone took the tooth of St. Catherine of Siena, and this young man was dying because he had a big infection in his throat and it was closing up and he was dying, and then they put the tooth right there, and all of a sudden all this pus and everything just came out and he became well right then. The doctor watched it. Pero sobre todo lo más importante es el milagro de la conversión, ¿verdad? Y ojalá que hoy yo pueda ser más convertido. Los milagros de veras me enseñan, porque sí, yo tengo mucha fe en Dios, pero también muchas pruebas, y cuando hay tantas pruebas, Dios, ¿dónde estás? ¿Por qué no estás haciendo más? Tantas dificultades. Pero cuando leyendo dicen, es real. No puedo negar que Dios existe por estos milagros. Es la verdad. These miracles are very helpful to us to keep our faith in God strong, because we have so many problems and we suffer so much. We go, where are you, God? And why aren't you active? And I don't know, But when you really read these miracles, you cannot doubt them. They're too clear, too real, and too many people watching them happen. They're real miracles. God really exists. And that helps us to have that faith and confidence. So again, ask in this holy sacrifice of the Mass, miracles from St. Catherine. Piden esta Santa Misa, milagros de Santa Catarina. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.